Hey guys, it's Zebra Tango here with another video. This week we're gonna go over a technique that I learned from another fellow streamer. He is Korean. He does speak some English. But yeah, so let's just jump right into the video. I call this technique rod flopping. So essentially, what you're doing is you are standing in the boat. Instead of using one rod to jig step, you are using two rods to jig step, and you use the boat and the mechanic of putting the rod in the holder and picking up your other rod with the hotkeys. Simply, to hotkey a rod, you would press and hold U, and you would drag the rod to slot 1 and slot 2, depending on which rod you want to go where. It's a fairly simple process. Okay, so first I'm going to show you how not to jig step. Let's do it with the Avora so I can cast a little. So most people just cast out regularly, right? And it's just max cast, and they wait for it to sink. Lock your reel, wait for it to sink, sinking. Okay, and then you're gonna just one full rotation, wait, one full rotation, wait, and essentially you just want to keep doing this, and you'll get the jig step. So the reason why rod flopping is so much better is because you're doing this with two rods simultaneously, so it doubles your bite rate. Now, I'm not saying you're going to get a bite every cast. Unfortunately, that's not how the game works. But it does increase your chance of getting a bite by twice. Twice the rate. So I'm just showing you what the normal jig step looks like, and again, it's just one full rotation of the reel, and you just keep doing that. Oh, we actually got a bite, but this is just going to be a baby. Um, So yeah, pretty much rod flopping allows you to jig step simultaneously with two rods to increase your chance of getting a fish. This is not even a good fish. So um, yeah, let's move on to the actual rod flopping. I actually find rod flopping to be easier than doing the single jig step because jig step, it just takes too long with one rod, in my opinion. You can do this with wobblers. You can double walk the dog, double twitch. Twitching is easier than walking the dog. Walking the dog takes a lot of practice to get the double rods to work, but again, if there is a pike order in Ladoga, you can complete it very, very fast just doing this technique. The spot for pike on Ladoga right now is 31-33, and you cast towards the reeds. You're going to cast west towards the reeds, and you just do exactly what I'm about to show you in the video. So I hope this helps you guys. Okay, so now that you have your rods hotkeyed to 1 and 2, you want to do a max cast. Now I will say it's easier to do this technique if you have two of the similar rods that do about the same casting distance. Uh, for example, the Evora has 10% casting, so it casts farther. Um, but like the Model 1 casting rod doesn't have that bonus, so it casts about 20-30% less. Um, so it's a little bit harder to maintain jig step on both rods simultaneously throughout the entire retrieval. But in the video here, you will see that it's not too difficult to achieve if you just take a little practice. Now, in the video, you'll see I'm using 35 retrieval. I keep my brake about 20-22 because I'm using steel heads with 22.8 fluorocarbon leader, or sorry, fluoro line. I am not using a leader. We're on Corey for this demonstration, and let's just jump right into the technique. So yeah, if you find this technique helpful, don't forget to click like and subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. Also, come visit us at the live Twitch stream. I stream almost every day. The schedule varies, depends on what I have to do in real life. But I try to stream every day, 3 a.m. Eastern. You can find the link in the description below. But yeah, let's hop into the technique now. Okay, so I have both of my rods hotkeyed, and I'm going to pick up rod 1, which is my Evora, and I set the retrieval to 35, and I'm just going to set the other one to 35 real quick. Put that one, and there's the hotkeys. You hold U. You just want to reel the slack in, and then once the slack's in, you put the rod down, pick the other rod up, reel the slack in, and you want to do one full retrieval, put it down, one full retrieval, put it down, and you repeat this process, and you just keep doing the one full retrieval. And as you can see, I'm getting jig stepped on the second rod. I'm working on getting on the first, and there it was. So now we are jig stepping both rods, and this has a higher catch rate. The bite rate is higher. Now I did catch a trophy char doing this during the live stream yesterday. It was a 5.2 kilo char, and you can do this on Ladoga for char as well. It's actually pretty effective. You get a lot of Xanders. You'll get the Lakers and stuff. You'll get some salmon, but mainly you're going to be targeting the char. I think I'm getting an Arctic here. No, this is going to be a pike, little baby. But yeah, so essentially you just, max cast, and depending on your reel is what your retrieval is going to be. You can do anything from, a 15 to a 50, whatever's easier for you to get the jig down. But since we're at Cory char actually like the higher retrieval speeds, and I wouldn't mind getting a Cory char, but I am targeting char. Both are predatorial animals, or fish. So 35 speed's okay for them. The speed I was using when I caught the trophy char yesterday was 35. It was on the Hunter 1001, which you saw in my previous video about the lures to use on Cory when you're just starting out. Here I got another fish, just max casting. It's just a little fish. It's one of the more annoying things in the game, because then you got to reel it all the way back in and recast and set up again. But yeah, this retrieval technique's really good. So yeah, let's get this cast out again. And again, you just want to do the max cast, reel in the slack on the line, one full retrieval, then stop. So here you see I'm reeling the slack in, do a full retrieval, and then I'm gonna just rotate between the rods until I get the jig step again going. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 attempts, sometimes more. Practice makes perfect. Okay, I think that rod has jig step. And there's the jig step on that one, and here's the jig step on this one, and fish on that one. Unfortunately, during the recording of this, I didn't get any decent fish. I got a couple of 1 kilo Arctic chars, and that was about it. The weather wasn't too great. Ooh, actually, I did get a char. Okay, so that's the fish I was actually targeting, and that is on the Hunter 1001. Now, the weekly record for this week is on the Black Hunter. But yeah, as you can see here, the Evora casts about 30% farther than this rod does. Even though it says it's only 10%, it's about 30. So if this happens and you have only a little bit of line left, just do your normal jig retrieval, one full rotation to stop, and then until it gets back to the boat. And then you're just gonna want to recast and set yourself up again. Just always make sure when you first cast out, reel in the slack, do one full retrieval once the slack's in, switch rods, same thing, get the slack out, one full retrieval, switch rods, one full retrieval, switch rods, one full retrieval, and that is how you rod flop. I hope you guys catch mini trophies this way. I hope this is a useful technique for you. It is highly effective. If you want to try this on Ladoga, I recommend that you use um, the Texas rig and maybe use like a red bead on there and the pink quicker. It's the pink quicker 4. But yeah, you're gonna get gray char. You're gonna, like I said, you're gonna get gray char, Xander, red char, all the good fish. Uh, you will get salmon, which is unfortunate, but oh, it looks like this is where I catch the little Arctic char. But yeah, as you can see, it's just essentially you're jig stepping with 2 rods instead of the 1 rod, which you typically see other people doing. I find this technique highly effective. Now on Cory, it's not as good as it is on Ladoga, because Ladoga is normally you're jigging with 1 rod, and Cory is normally you're trolling. Trolling's gonna make you more money per hour, so if you want to learn how to troll, make sure you check out my other Cory video. It just shows how much potential Cory has and what lures to use. And people, I want to cover one more thing. People ask me when I'm trolling, how much do I cast? I normally do anywhere from 5 to 15%, and then I just jerk before I lock the reel. I jerk the rod left and right to let out a little bit more slack, and then I lock the reel and put it in the holder. But yeah, if you guys found this video helpful, please don't forget to click that like button, hit the subscribe, and I will catch you guys in next week's video. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.